matter what it is in life that you want, you gotta go out there and get it. Just don't let it come to a sleeper but a dream. Never give up on your goals.
This is Robert Porter, missing Ippilani Lockhart, and the I Love San Bernardino County radio show on KCA NBC 106.5 FM, 1050 AM. We will talk politics, culture, and history. Today we have a great show today to talk about Taste of Motown and the IE Market Night with Pal Charter Academy and the United Way of San Bernardino, or San Bernardino United. Arrowhead United Way, of course. Arrowhead. I should remember that. Yes. But anyways, we'll get to that in a second. I just want to mention that Ipiani is at his Redlands camera club, and the things and the styles that he is learning there, wow, I would suggest you probably go yourselves. And his work is doing incredible. So if you're interested, you can hire Ipiani to do your event, and he will come on out there with a camera and make you shine. So Engaging Captures, I believe, is the name of his company. So look him up, Ipiani Lockhart, on I Love San Bernardino. And that is brought to you by Motivational Realizations. The energy of positive thought. Right, Eric?
You know it.
And how do you find out more ways to listen to this show?
You can tune in on YouTube or kcaaradio.com, as well as the KCAA app. Just go ahead and type in KCAA on the Google Play Store or the Apple App Store, and you can listen to Paris, France to Paris, California.
Hey, don't you have a show?
Yes, sir. Thank you for the plug, man. Palm Trees and Progress presents every Tuesday from 7 to 9 p.m. and on worldwide on all streaming platforms.
And how did that happen?
You don't want to know, man.
Nice.
Well, I'll basically tell you, team, if you'd like a show here on KCAA, please call our general manager, Mark Westwood, and he'll let you know the hourly rates for a show. Basically, that's what it comes down to. You go out there, you get your sponsors, you bring them on in to pay for your shows, and then you can help the community like we are, or you can talk about anything you want on here within reason. So I had a guy talk to me about maybe wanting to do a coin-based show where they, look at coins. And I'm like, that's actually an incredible idea, and it would possibly have a global audience, but, a niche, but still. So, if you've got some idea that you'd like to do, I know people talk about water, people talk about real estate, that some people just play music. What do you talk about, Eric? Elephants and things, or?
Yeah, I just referenced 9 shows from the 90s, so okay. I had to do that for like 2 hours.
So yeah, don't tune into that show, but like no.
I mean, I don't suggest it.
No, we're just talk shows. We're having fun, and if you'd like to have one, hit me up, hit Mark Westwood up, and here at KCAA, you can have your own show. All right, I'd like to mention our sponsors, definitely Pal Charter Academy, and we have them in the house, so we're going to find out a little bit about IE Market Night that they're having on October 18th, yes, and that's going to be a big day for me because I'm going to have the Market Night, and then we have Taste of Motown right after that, right? So, woo! I'm be tired now, man. I told you. And sometimes things work out differently than you plan.
Right.
Okay, I'd like to definitely also mention our incredible sponsor, Ted, over at Golden Pizza and Wings. They are incredible. I was just talking to Dion Taylor about Ted and the good things that he does within the community. If you don't know Dion, he's a minister here locally and runs the Cruz Cachon Foundation, and man, he does some really good things. And like he mentioned, hey man, there's this really good guy over at Golden Pizza. Why don't you go talk to him? Well, I kind of put it off, but I went over there and took some pictures, right? I'm sometimes a little shy going in and talking to the owners, right? Well, it's because I don't like asking for money. Yeah, man, it really makes me feel. I hate it, but the squeaky wheel gets the grease, right? Some people say ask for 20 no's before you get a yes or whatever, right? Yeah. So. I went in there with the help of with Manel one day, and he's just an excellent guy. Brought me right in, and he's been helping ever since. Provided pizza for the show, provided pizza for a pizza party. He just does good things for the community, and he always helps Dion as well. Please support Golden Pizza and Wings on Highland and Golden, and also on Waterman and Olive. And they have a Colton store, a Fontana store. They're local, right? They're just trying to build their own conglomerate of what do they call that? A franchise, right? So that's the kind of people we want to help, right? What, McDonald's ain't sponsoring me, right? How many McDonald's we got in our? Is McDonald's sponsoring you guys?
Don't put me in this.
Well, I was wondering, where is Mrs. McDonald's on your show?
With that
Not
said,
yet.
magical music of Motown definitely could use sponsorships.
And McDonald's, we would honestly love for you to get more involved in the local community, for example, like Stater Brothers does, right? And we need you.
Yeah, maybe
I
we need
mean,
to just tell them.
Yeah, Burger King's gone, right? We're losing all these. McDonald's like there, right? Oh, wait a second, management's come in.
Hearing
I'm
me?
sorry, I didn't say anything about McDonald's. Is everything okay?
We're just talking
Right.
about the sponsors.
Robert,
They're gonna get me out.
I know you
Thank you.
introduced Dr. Rogers a little bit, and you introduced Mr. Radden a little bit. Did you introduce me?
I forgot. I'm sorry.
He left me out.
All right. Well, Tanya Rhodes Hensley is in the house. Talk of the Town is her game. She also is a commissioner with San Bernardino County and Mr. Baca. And she also does a lot of good work with Arrowhead United Way. Is that enough?
Yes, thank you very much.
I don't think
and
we
I
got
just
any of
want to
that,
say,
but we'll see.
That's okay.
We'll see what's happening.
I want to say hello.
I think he was
haven't
getting ready to
co-hosted
introduce
with
us.
Robert in a second, so I appreciate being here
Did I
today.
introduce myself again?
I don't think you really formally introduced any of us,
Right.
but it's okay.
I'm good.
We went with
We're
it.
good.
We were
We're-
okay because
we're
we're
rolling.
here
I
for a purpose.
usually don't. I let them. I like
There
people to
you go.
describe themselves, but
That
and then
sounds good.
sometimes I don't remember their names, so I
I-
really let them do their own thing. Yeah, that's
I-
a secret. Don't tell anybody.
No, it's a great
Don't tell
way-
anyone that
great
one.
way to do
Does
it.
that
You want to
didn't
hear
just
my
go
real
public.
technique about finding people's names that Amy sometimes does to help me?
She squeezed your
Hi,
hand.
I'm
Oh, yeah.
Amy. What's your name?
Then you remember.
Oh,
Nice.
but I hope you
That's
tell
an
that to
old trick.
Arlington.
That's an old trick.
Yeah, I hope you
It's, I
tell.
think it's an army
Because
trick.
he could save you. I mean,
Yeah,
like seriously,
all the
like
time.
you can only remember so many names,
That's true.
right? But you want to
That's true.
remember everybody's name.
That's
So,
true.
so I always help elites out all the time.
That's how you do it.
Yeah, I walk up and I say,
Professionally.
"Hi, my name is Robert. What's your name?" And then they I see that little smile on their face, right? Like, yeah, I got their name, and I can use it. So you can also help others. So that's for
It
you too.
is.
Yeah.
It's
It's
helpful.
not easy to remember anybody's name, but that doesn't mean that I still don't love you, right?
Good point.
Absolutely.
All right, team. Well, we got a great show for us today. I'd like to. Oh, I'd be remiss if I don't mention the I Love San Bernardino standout of the week this week is the incredible singer Amasa Albright.
Do you
Can
know
you
her?
believe it? Do you
Oh,
know
Do you
this
know,
girl?
do you know her?
Oh,
I think I
gosh.
know her. I don't know if you know her.
she is
Do
sexy.
you get to see her anymore?
Oh, wow. Well, occasionally she's a boss woman. You know, she's always helping manage the Loma Linda Residency Surgery Center. So when you
Nice.
manage doctors, you're doing a lot of stuff. But right now she's in Chicago putting up Where Am I posts. So I hope she's having fun, enjoying the art and Chicago-style pizza. And but I'd like to also say that why I'm bringing this up is she is integral in helping me do the mega art. I don't know if you guys understand that, like, dealing with me and mega art, like, Tanya gets a little bit of that, like, occasionally, but, like, no, I am passionate about the mega art, and I will solve this riddle, and I'm on the way.
Okay.
And this riddle will put San Bernardino on the map in a way that, for example, the Nazca Lines do, or Machu Picchu do. Right? So once this occurs, San Bernardino will bring in tourism dollars. And then all I need from our city council and our police is safe streets and clean streets. Then we'll provide jobs and the people will come here, leave their money, and go home. That is
Sounds
what
like a
we
plan.
need.
I think we
a
need a little
plan.
bit more than that.
That's a plan.
Well, I know, but
a
like it
beginning
will
plan.
help the situation a great deal.
It would help
We
tremendously.
need new revenue streams, and after cannabis, I haven't seen any new ones. Right? AI hasn't really moved into this area well, right? So if we don't start getting into these big tech industries, we're going to need something else here in San Bernardino. Otherwise, we're going to get left behind like we are right now.
You are absolutely correct.
So my way is my way, and I'm going to keep going. You guys do your way. You know, keep the streets clean. You know, everyone can clean their in front of their house, right?
Yeah.
Amy does that kind of stuff with me, right? She goes with me to these places where we take photographs of the art at the different times of day. What? The different times of day? Yes, because the art is pictured at different times of day because a song lasts all day. So the song sometimes lasts
Got
for
it.
5 days,
Okay.
right? So if you're singing a song that lasts for 3 days, 5 days, how long is that song? And how many verses are there, right? That's what's on our hills that are actually designated as burials by Salmon Well now. So these are just the markings that are on these monuments, and it's important that we protect them, but it's also important that we let the world know that they exist.
Exactly.
Because they've been somewhat remembered, but mostly forgotten. And my job now is to bring this out, and it doesn't stop here, team. We're going to take it down the coast. We're going to take it to the low desert. This type of art actually goes to most Native American groups within the Western United States and Canada. Yes, Tanya?
Last summer, I was down in Newport Dunes, and I was walking back, kind of sunset up against the hills, and I take this photo and I send Robert a picture, and I said, "Look, you have a whale and 2 dolphins in the side of the hill." And so if you look, I've done that driving down the 210 freeway, same thing. I took a photo and I sent it to Robert and I said, "Hey, by the way, do you see this?" And he's like, "Absolutely. And I see this, this, and this." And this was an important trade route. So we go back and forth having those conversations on the way to Vegas. The conversation of, "Did you see this tortoise?"
Yeah, they would follow the signs all the way to these important spots in travel. And then they knew where they were going. And then they also could learn these songs, and that was theirs, their power. But there was communal songs, and there was sacred songs, and then there's memorial songs, and there's things that I won't share only to Sam and Noel. But they're not very receptive to the information yet. I'm not sure why there's stories and things that I'm not fully aware of. I just want them to understand that I'm not stopping except with some of the things I'm not mentioning, because this stuff goes to other groups that also need to be able to see some of their old songs as well. And I have to start here with the Arrowhead. It's so well known. I have to start here. Once I'm done, I'll go to Ireland. Yes, I found some in my old hunter-gatherer peoples. Right? I followed the mammoth. Me and Tanya we're going to work on a child's book in the future of this one island called Wrangel Island that has mammoths on it. Right? Till 4,000 years ago. Well, the Native Americans went there and harvested these mammoths, and they put art all over the island that they could see as they're traveling to it to recognize that there's mammoths there. Right? So how I found those was because I was following water first. So I follow water jugs all around the whole, world. People needed water. When they're in a ship, they have to get water. If they go to an island with no water, they die. You got 200 people on a ship. These aren't canoes. Like you're thinking canoes. These are 200 people in double canoes. Yeah. Right? These are ships, and they needed this water. So I follow them. I follow Polynesians. I follow ancient hunter-gatherers. This is just a form of art that's been missed, and you know what? As we find more of it, it's going to put San Bernardino on the beginning of the map. And that's where I do sound passionate. Some people say, "Oh, that guy's crazy." Go ahead. I don't care. Prove me wrong, please. I'm waiting for the scientists. Doctors, come. Bring it. Because all you're going to do is prove me right. Let's do it. Bring it on, team. All right, now with the next segue into the show.
Love it.
We don't know. I don't know if we can follow.
Yeah,
Right.
you can. With the I market night.
So
Let's
here
hear it.
I'm gonna
Yeah, let's go,
segue
let's
for
go.
you a
Okay,
little
go
bit
ahead.
because you have all this history, right? And music kind of does the same thing, right? Because we can follow a path in music. So if we're looking at history and music and that path, what Arrowhead United Way has started to do the last few years is have the magical music of Motown. And with that, the magical music of Motown looks at that
Then you just
history.
rode that segue right in here,
There
didn't
you
you?
go, right?
Yeah, she did. She pivoted with a purpose. She pivoted with a purpose.
Yeah, there's definitely history when we talk about Motown. But I have to first say this. Thank you, first of all, for having us here. We appreciate being here.
I have to say this.
I
Thank you
appreciate
for
it.
coming on.
Yes, thank you.
I
Thank
appreciate
you.
it.
It's not easy coming back from Paris and London. No.
What?
Right.
But having a wonderful time. But I have to say this. So again, thank you for being here. I am Dr. Gwen Dowdy Rogers, and I am the president and CEO of Arrowhead United Way. But I'm sitting here.
Are you running for mayor?
Yes, that is a resounding no. I am not. So there it is on record again.
I thought I was making breaking news.
I know you were. It sounded like I was going there, but I have to also make sure I acknowledge, because you made a very valid point about sponsors and having people that believe in the work that you do. It's one thing to tout what you're doing, but then when you have put it in a position where people will come and support you. And I have to say that I'm sitting next to our platinum. Let me say that again. Platinum is not gold. Platinum sponsor, Mr. Radden has took a liking to the work that we do. I'll put it that way. But what it is, as we're segueing in, is that because he knows that ultimately the work that we do, it ends up helping children.
Absolutely.
Right? So we realize that
You help children.
That's
You
right.
help
And-
children, you know.
Exactly, and food insecurity is a big deal. We created the initiative Feed the Need. Tanya was there when we were trying to figure out what are we doing with wanting to give back, because so many people have galas, and God bless you for doing that if you have the manpower and the bandwidth to do that. But we want to do something where we have individuals give, but then they also enjoy their giving at the same time. And Magical Music of Motown came to be because we looked at food insecurities here in the city of San Bernardino, along with our youth, along with our senior citizens. We've encountered, I'm sure many of you have, I remember my husband and I, we were in CVS and we saw this elder putting stuff back, and it was between my cat food, my this and my
Yeah,
that.
that's
And
the
that
worst.
was it for me. I thought, oh my gosh, first of all, put everything back. We put our nickels together and made sure that she had what she needed. And again, keeping that in the forefront, I saw some students at Valley College, which is why it's so important to, if you can't make it to your council meetings, your board meetings, watch them. Because I saw the Cal State students come that night and talked about the data that we were experiencing here with food insecurity. And I said, this is it. Talked to our board, our staff. We got together 3 years ago, and there was born the Magical Music of Motown, the Feed the Need initiative to raise money and to ultimately support the food pantry, specifically at San Bernardino Valley College, of which I am alumni,
So am I.
and so is she. And there you.
I only took 3 courses, but in
You're
high
there.
school.
You stepped foot. You were there. You were there.
You were there.
And so to have our sponsor here, IE Live, look at us. We're feeding the children and the families earlier that day, because you have to have fun, regardless of whatever we do. We
And
found to know that
Taste
you
of
gotta
Motown's
have
fun.
and you gotta
Yeah.
have fun.
Well, tell us about the artists. Like, do you?
So it's a renowned group that is coming through Garrett Management, and I know Alton Garrett, who's on my board, has been here before. He owns a management group, and he has contact with. I mean, these people in the band are former members of renowned bands, like Earth, Wind, and
they
Fire
wail,
band.
They sing,
exactly.
They yell,
and they
got
travel
dance,
all over the world,
everything.
and they are legit. And they come from Australia, most of them, and they decided to do this for us. And so we were able to share that with our local sponsors to say, this is what we're doing. We're not here trying to get over. I mean, it's $50. $50.
Can I throw something in for the band?
Yes.
They looked
Yes.
so hot and sweaty last time. Can we have like 2 or 3 fans
Fans
right
on
on
them.
them?
Something
You
going
got
on.
it. You got it. We'll make sure. So that's the day. I mean, we're excited, but this person right here, Dwayne Radden, believes in our vision and believes in what we do. And so IE Live is going to happen that earlier in that day. And then we're going to have him change, put on his tuxedo, and then come with us as we celebrate him as our platinum sponsor for what he's doing for the magical music of Motown.
They do great things. If you haven't been, $50 to see a show. These people perform. It sounds just like the original people, the artists that done it, and it's just a good time. You look around the auditorium of Valley, and you see people up in the aisles dancing. It's just a good thing. So, and it's about the money for the kids. It's about the kids to eat, and so we're all about the kids at Powell Charter Academy, and about IE Live, the event that we're going to have at 10 o'clock, same day.
Yep.
Earlier
early?
is from 10
On
to
October 18th.
October
Yep, same
18th at the Muscoy campus, 2450 Blake Street. We usually have 1,000 plus people come through there.
So tell us, IE Live Market, what's that all about?
So IE Live spun from the fact of COVID. So I was blessed to go to a pop-up, which I never knew what a pop-up was.
Yep.
And the wife and my daughter and my daughter-in-law was at the pop-up. So I didn't want to go anyway. I had to go.
Was she a masseuse?
Yes, she was.
No, I know because I got one of those masseuses.
Yeah, she's a masseuse. And
I support local.
yeah, and my daughter-in-law was there, and she was doing like a little.
Her husband was there.
Yeah,
He's a good dude.
He's a good dude. Yeah, he's a good dude.
Shout out to Matt.
Get on
Yeah,
that.
Matt. Yeah. And so I went there, and I looked at this young girl. She couldn't have been no older than 2025, but her entrepreneurial spirit was during COVID. How do we make money? Because everything was closing down, and it was downtown San Bernardino on 9th Street, and it was on a dusty lot. And I said, man, we could do this at Powell. And it's been at Powell for the last 5 years.
Yeah.
So iLive was birthed from someone doing something for the community
And
from
there's so
COVID.
many activities.
Yes,
At
yes.
the same time,
Yes.
you're doing a lot of different things, but there's activities, there's food, there's community,
Yes.
there's people that have businesses,
Businesses.
maybe starting up, don't have a storefront, are also there.
Yes.
But at the same time,
Yes.
everybody's happy.
And we got a haunted house. So we have a haunted house that's out of this world. We started that last year, and kids go free. You don't have to pay anything.
Wait a second.
It's a haunted house.
It's scarier than me?
A little bit. Just a smidget.
I'll be there.
Smidget. And so kids come out, there's jumpers, like she said, there's vendors from around the IE.
Can I dress
that come
up?
out. Sure. Yeah, the kids dress
Absolutely.
What if I wear my dress of
Absolutely.
the earth thing too?
You can just come right with what you have
Amy
on.
won't let me.
up. Well, yeah, I mean, you can dress up, and kids dress up. There's a Halloween contest. We have events on the field. We have a football game where the youth are there
What
playing.
about candy?
We got candy all day. Everybody comes and gets a bag of candy, and they also get a free pumpkin while supplies last.
Okay.
That's important.
And I want to shout out.
I was gonna say.
I want to shout out Walmart because Walmart actually donates some of the pumpkins to us, and we buy so many, and they match that in donation. So shout out to Walmart on Highland.
That's nice of
Yeah,
them.
yeah, it's really cool. It's just
That's
a
how
good
you.
event.
That's how you get that corporate money.
Well, you gotta give them
Yeah. Like, oh,
Kids, they
we were
love
just
kids.
talking about that. What's up with McDonald's then?
Well, I'm working on them.
Huh?
I think we're just gonna show up tomorrow. What do you
Yeah, we
say?
should go show up at McDonald's and say, hey, you know.
What's
And they're McDonald's are individually owned, so you can knock on the door and ask the owners.
Because when
I know who you're talking
the
about.
late
Yes.
he was very generous.
Yeah, he was.
And I know it's seem,
Alberto
but
Corra.
Now you make me forget.
Yeah, that's
I
terrible.
just talked about him today
yeah,
too.
that was very
Alberto Corra.
No.
No. It's gonna come to us when we leave.
It will. It's going to. We're working on it right
He
now.
probably comes down and slap us both. 'Cause he's been at my
He'll Mr.
Reggie
Webb.
Webb.
Reggie Webb.
Oh
He
yeah.
was such an entrepreneurial in that area.
Huge.
You know,
Huge.
as a McDonald owner, and then after selling them, and still,
huge.
You know, having a vision to have.
And our kids worked there. I mean, we had an agreement with him, and all our kids.
Our
would go.
local one was in Highland.
Absolutely.
We all know the McDonald's story here in San Bernardino. I mean, that's why I pick on
the
them a
original.
tiny bit. You know,
We should hold them
because they did kind of they took all of our all of that prestige to Illinois with them.
I was
right?
gonna say they don't
They give us a
officially
little
give us
something back.
credit.
When I saw you outside, I was wondering if this shirt was calculated for Halloween. 'Cause
Absolutely.
that too,
so
and I was
I'm
like,
on it.
well,
So
you know, I
thank
can't
you.
get
Supporting the
I had to dig up that IE Larv Market post that I posted. Like, I'm like, where the heck is this thing? Oh my gosh! You don't understand. I post a lot, so when I have to find something, it's like,
We thank you for posting too.
good stuff.
And
Well,
shout out to sponsors like you said.
Yeah.
Golden Pizza also is the pizza place for my foundation, the other foundation, Young Women's Empowerment Foundation. We get the pizzas there for the girls for their, their incentives. So he is
Pal,
a great guy.
Pal helps support this show right here.
Absolutely.
And we
He's
support
a-
because you are about
Yes.
San Bernardino. When you think about San Bernardino, your name, Robert Porter, comes up.
Well,
So
that was
that's
the deal.
important.
And I tell
I
everybody, I
love
say,
San Bernardino.
you help me, I help you. That's how
Yeah.
these things should be.
Absolutely.
Like a lot of
Absolutely.
times they think that if they're a sponsor, that I should just be working for them. And like, I don't do that good.
Yeah.
I'm better at teamwork, work together, and
Great.
And we appreciate you.
Sponsorships is not
100%.
easy, right?
We do.
Sometimes you lose them, sometimes
Yeah.
you gain them. You know, you have to just keep going, but never give up on somebody if they have to walk away.
And
for a
Robert,
little
we
bit,
know
you
it's difficult to hear when we start giving you compliments. You probably shifted.
Yeah,
but we want you
trying
to
to pivot.
know. We want to stay
But
there
we want to
for a
say
moment.
thank you for
Yes,
being Robert.
you have.
Right? For being
Yeah,
Robert.
I can think back when I was hitting the pavement for that other side of my world. Didn't know what I was doing, but you were there.
Yeah.
You're like, okay, well, do this and talk about it and do this and do
I
that.
remember
So,
when you were
You remember
meandering
that?
around and you're like,
I'm like, what am I doing?
You know, this is exactly what happened. She was walking around and then Dr. Hill's over there, right? So like she's like, man, I gotta get her endorsement. I could see it in her eyes. Right? I gotta get her endorsement. Right? Walked up to her and got her endorsement.
Yeah. So we appreciate you. We have
do.
to tell you,
We really do.
give you your flowers. We want you to know that.
Okay,
We see you.
if
and
I can
appreciate
dedicate
you.
this show to Dr. Hill, then
Yes.
all right, then
Yes.
I'll
Absolutely.
take it.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you.
So, Robert, I want to tell you, we sat down in a staff meeting and Dr. Rogers sitting there, and I said, we always ask to go on Robert's show. One of the things with Robert is he puts out all this social media and he does all these things for the community. What if we do a tag team between Talk of the Town and I Love San Bernardino and have them be the official media sponsors for Magical Music of Motown? And then put the branding on, do all of those things because you come out,
thank you.
And then we can invite you out to the show and have you
Always.
interview people,
Always.
have you talk,
You have
have
carte
you
blanche at the show.
enjoy.
There's no restrictions for you.
Right. So we want to make sure that everyone knows.
They're like, yeah.
Sitting like I'm
We
over
talked about
here
this in the
sitting.
parking lot.
We're like, no.
We talked about that in the parking
And I think
lot.
he had some kind of excuse, the reason why. It was like, no. You
Yeah.
come where we want to show you.
We want to make sure you know
Yeah.
how
Well,
important
thank
you
you.
are
Yes,
to
yes.
the work that we do.
You are. You're the
And,
voice.
that I don't associate with people that aren't cool and do the same
That's a
thing,
good point.
right?
That's a great point. Because he's been to our campus quite a bit
Yeah.
with his
You
mom.
you don't have time
Yeah.
to deal with all those people.
Yeah.
It's just there's too much
Wow, that's
work
cool.
to do,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And with Pal, like I do, like I'm gonna make a home game. I'm gonna make a home
Okay,
game.
you're gonna make it. Okay.
Right.
Wait, tell us about the football team over there, right?
Well, we're working at it. Well,
Yeah.
we're young and we're doing good. We're right now. We had our first league game and we walked away with a loss, but the week before we won. So
Okay.
we're doing well for a young squad, and we play at home this week.
Okay.
3:00.
You have to
But
post that so we all
do you
can
think
know those.
you always
too.
win?
It is posted.
Wait a
What do
second.
you mean? mean?
You
I have
can't
to go and
always
look.
win.
Okay.
No, I can't.
No,
and,
no.
and that's a lesson.
It's
that
good
these-
for you.
That's a
But
lesson
he
that
likes
these
that
kids
song.
learn.
All I do is
Right,
win.
right. Well, I
Even,
listen to
even
that.
if you lose a losing streak, which is not going to happen because they're going to win.
He's already did it.
It's so
yeah.
valuable a lesson for some
Absolutely.
people to learn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sometimes when you win, you really lose, and sometimes when you lose, you really win.
Yes.
Yeah. I
Yes.
like that.
That's real.
I
Go
like
ahead
that.
and coin that.
Oh
You
my
did- you
God.
did a good job. You did a
Anyway, those are.
You know, the only
Keep him up, man. Keep it up.
Here's the deal. He doesn't let me on the football field except for one time. He makes me go hunt Easter eggs.
Oh yeah! Oh my God, that was funny.
And the drone on her. You had a drone on her.
Yeah. And Arlington.
And
is there,
Arlington
too.
came out. They took their shoes off, and in
I
the
lost
Easter egg
it.
is
I
$100.
lost
They are running and out of breath, and she comes over and says, "I need some water." You should have thought about that before you ran. There's no water out here.
I got so excited.
$100.
They were in there. Going to get it.
But I'm always glad
Oh
for
my
Punch because
God,
this one over
that was
here,
funny.
I still am dreading Saturday, and she doesn't know that I'm probably gonna have my daughter switch out.
Oh no.
I wanted to
No.
sponsor because they're for San Bernardino, the pickleball tournament, and all of a sudden I went from doing a sponsorship to becoming a participant, and I've never
She's
played pickleball in my life.
Hey, wait.
It's-
I got a backup.
I didn't mean to ignore those
different.
emails. I'm sorry.
Oh no, I went in and signed her up for her.
Yeah. I got a child with my same name. They're not gonna know.
Some emails I just know it's too much work.
It just shouldn't be. It shouldn't be. But we love it. Just shows again. You know, a lot of people see me do a lot of things, Mr. Radden do a lot of things, Tanya. But it's for the love of the community. It's exactly what you coined. I love San Bernardino. I don't know any other way to explain it. When people say, "Why do you do this?" and I'm saying, I love San Bernardino. So when we do things, we're asking you to come out and love
Be a part
on
of it.
what
Just
we're doing.
be a part.
Be a part of it.
So does your husband love San Bernardino?
He absolutely does.
So is he running for mayor?
No.
Trying to make some news here, Eric. What's
Robert,
going on? You
does
gave
he
me false
have a
information.
Does he have a choice to
He
love
keeps
San
reeling
Bernardino?
me in, and I keep falling for it.
No, like,
I love San Bernardino, and I will support whoever.
I think Arlington would be a great candidate, but that's how I feel.
He's a great guy. I mean, 30 years I've been married to this young man.
Well, he's doing his time. He's like going out of San Bernardino.
He
right?
is, he
Getting
is
the experience.
making strides for others because
Getting a
that's different
doctorate.
story. Yes, but he's not running for mayor. Everyone.
Oh man!
Start the rumor.
He's not- exactly.
All right, Tanya, you're running for mayor.
Not gonna happen.
Well, you're right. There's one more person left.
No, I'm good.
You know what,
I love San
Robert?
Bernardino, but I don't know about.
We do.
I say this all the time. And I say it, I'm very vocal about it. I get more done walking in any back door than I ever do a front.
Yes.
And
so
people
true.
look at me when I say it, and I, sit down with me in a meeting, and I will give you the list and the direction of the way to go.
Yeah.
I just want to see, and I'm going to put this out there because I know we're getting ready to walk into political season.
Oh my.
I want to see your love be as much as the love you see sitting here.
Absolutely.
And I want to see you roll those sleeves up and get your hands dirty and make it happen. Don't give me lip service.
And
'cause
don't
I
give
can
me
see
pictures.
through it.
I mean, like, we all get those invitations to go take a picture at these ribbon
Yeah.
cuttings or whatever.
Yeah.
Seriously, that doesn't
Nope.
mean you get anything.
Yeah.
And if you're touting something that's happening and your previous council person was the one that voted for that thing to happen, make sure you give some of that credit where credit is absolutely due.
Wow. Kind of like on the 23rd of last month when I touted how wonderful the Arrowhead United Way staff is and was as we opened up the first what? Ever.
National Chamber of Commerce for Veterans.
Veterans only. They got their own house at Arrowhead United Way.
So what does that entail? Like,
Oh my goodness. So we're going to be doing employment training for them in electric vehicle stations training. Not just your traditional thing. We're going to be meeting the needs of mental health. We're going to be allowing them to house there and have their veteran meeting, their veteran advisory council. And guess what? We went as far as saying you have a private office that you can utilize. This is your home. This is your space. And what I love is this one is always bothering me about literacy. So we were going to connect.
Veterans or any kind of veteran?
All things veterans.
Because
veterans.
That would be used to draw veterans like from Camp Pendleton Young to here because we need them to move here. Yeah, those are quality people.
And they came out. They were there in full force. They brought their Jeeps there. So we had old school and new school. And what we continue to find out, and we have to give a shout out as women, is that often our women don't perceive themselves as veterans. And they don't get the love. And so we will be making sure that even on our advisory, there are a few women that will begin to represent and draw other women.
Well, they're all under the War Department now.
So we're excited about that. That's more work that came under our BRAVE initiative. BRAVE, Beneficent Rapid Advanced Veteran Engagement.
Wow.
Well,
So we're
I love
excited
it.
about that.
I really do. And I think there is a whole group of entrepreneur military men,
Absolutely.
veterans that just need that little bit of extra help to get to where they're going.
So true.
And women.
So true.
Yes.
And women.
Yep.
Yep,
Providing
I'm
That's why
sorry.
we say- and it's resources, so we'll be providing them resources and allowing them to grow in those areas and things like that. However we can connect them, we have created partnerships that's saying you all have built it and we're going to help them come. So we're not building it, it is there. And we're so proud of what we did, and we were so proud of that ribbon cutting. It was just absolutely amazing.
You know, last weekend I went to the air show down at Miramar. And I have wanted to go down to Miramar since high school and Top Gun, right? Top Gun 1. While we were down there, they had a whole area where you could shop and you could buy t-shirts and you could buy their patches and tour the airplanes, all these different things. And I thought, what a great opportunity to start gathering those items and putting in their office. They have great flags up in there. They really made it home, you know, things on the wall, vinyl on the wall that say veterans, all of that. But as I started going around and each section and squadron has their own identity, I thought, what a great opportunity to start showing people how much we love them, that we identify them and what they're doing. So I picked some of those up just to be able, and I'd love to say I'm going to share them, but I don't know, they might make it on my wall at home.
Oh, look at that. She better not say that, because also there's something very important that every time I go somewhere, and that's when I can get away from, I love San Bernardino, someone talks to me about, I'm going to make a confessional right now about a Starbucks cup. And I guess they're all over the world, you know, wherever you go, you can get a Starbucks cup. And I think it was the Jamaica one, and we didn't find that one.
You put coffee in that cup?
She knows about this. So I'm gonna make this confessional now, because we crossed paths today, and I just got back, and so we found a cup at Starbucks.
Used soy milk?
Paris. We were so excited. Her Paris cup, and it was just, we got it, just forgot it. We got, this is what she wanted. And we get to the airport, and for the first time ever, we put our luggage on there, and it's too heavy. And they won't even let you check in. So we're now in another country going, we got to abide by the rules. So I'm like, what is going on? Like, this is crazy. I've never had this. I got the bigger bag. We got it all set up together. And the ladies were like, well, you're going to have to go take something else. I was like, oh, okay, probably the shoes, and we'll stuff those in another bag. As soon as I unzipped the bag, guess what's the first thing that tumbled out?
The cup.
So it has a small wound on it. But we figured when she sees it, she might be able to work with it.
Wait. Now it has a story.
It has a story. It has an airport story. I was like, I can't believe this fell out of all things.
If you knew my airport stories, you would so...
It's like worth more money now.
Right. It's a
You should
wounded-
sign right
it's a
there.
wounded- I am. That's what I'm saying.
Sign a date.
So when she sees it, you know, she'll understand. But, yeah.
How was Europe?
It was amazing. The weather was absolutely great. The food was excellent. The people were so nice. Again, first time we chose something that both of us, no one's going, oh, remember this? Oh, we did this. Totally first time from Sweden to Paris to London. And everybody was amazing. We took a lot of pictures, but it was a great, great, great time. I felt like, wow, this is what it's supposed to be like, regardless of what's going on in whatever. We had what was that? It was like a fish. It was actually, I don't even know what type of fish it was, but it was real meaty, and it was on top of, it was almost like quinoa type of something, but it was amazing. It was like a bowl, and I'm like, this is great.
Are you gonna bring some of these dishes back to?
I know.
Bernardino?
I'm gonna have to Google how to make them.
Well, hey, yeah, that's actually it's really good. Really
Yeah,
good.
yeah.
Have you been to Europe?
No, I haven't.
Either have I.
I ran into her in Jamaica.
This
Literally.
was so crazy.
Literally,
We
it's
ran
crazy.
into each other in Jamaica in the hotel, and I'm looking like, no way.
Yeah.
There's no way this is the person that I'm like.
Yeah, it was
what?
crazy.
You see Arlington, you're
Yeah.
like, there's no way.
It was crazy.
No
It was
way.
crazy. Yeah,
And
they
then
were
I
going,
said, son,
leaving,
and
and I was
go,
coming in.
wait a minute. So your son actually went to school with our kid too?
They did,
and they
yeah.
knew each other?
Yeah.
That was the wildest thing, to be in
Yeah.
Jamaica and know somebody from where you live.
That's
yeah.
why I took him when he got he was going to
Yes,
be
he
a
was
doctor
getting
and he
his
finally
yeah,
graduated.
yeah, he
I
was
promised
official.
him, if you do it, I'll take you to Jamaica.
Yeah,
And so
and
we get
he
out,
was there.
we walk in, and,
And
they're
we-
going out.
we're
I'm
like,
what in the
what are you
world?
doing?
Well,
How does that happen?
I know what I'm gonna do if I go to Jamaica. So there you go.
Oh, yeah, yeah. You know what happens on the water? I was
Yeah,
like,
it's crazy.
what are they asking? And Arlington said, you
Ganja.
don't want to know.
With a trench coat, they're like,
It was
yeah, what up?
And a lot of times when they were in the water off in the cut, and then they'd come up to, I was like,
They're saying
okay.
ganja.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Ganja.
all you people that gotta take drug tests,
Yeah.
I don't feel sorry for you.
Yeah, that's crazy.
All
Yeah,
right,
that was
well,
amazing.
well, that is awesome. I know, team, that you may not be able to get the money up to go to Jamaica, or but you can visit places right around here.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Lake Gregory is 15
Yeah.
minutes away, and it is
Yeah,
beautiful.
beautiful.
Yes.
Lake Arrowhead,
Yes.
you can listen
Yeah.
to music and dance all night long on Saturday night, right? There's all kinds of spots that you can visit around here and
Yep.
make it your own. The Airbnb, you can.
Yes. Yes.
So-
You have to make time, because we never want to not say you didn't enjoy life when you could have.
Yes.
And I'm grateful.
And it doesn't have to be in Paris, right?
No,
Right?
you enjoy, you make it what it needs to be. I'm so excited. On the 13th of this month, my dad is turning 93 years old, and he is still living. He's still living life great. He has, been
What
all
was your
over.
dad as a position?
He was he was a laborer in construction.
Okay.
That was his profession.
Dr. Henry is going to be 93 in February.
So these
The
two-
founder of Pauser.
And we, yeah, so
Wow.
you
What
know,
are their
they're
secrets?
kind of,
What-
yeah,
I don't know.
they're
I
kind
got
of
her.
single too. So
Yeah.
we think yeah, it's a secret. I mean,
Is
she
that
always
the
says the
secret?
same
Is that-
thing.
wait a second, is
They
that the
live
secret?
life well,
Maybe.
and they did. And my dad is a growing up, never was a stressor. He's like, he didn't get all
That's her
raised
too.
up,
She'd
and
say
we'd
what?
answer, whatever it was, and he'd say what he said, meant what he said, and that was it. And he wasn't gonna go back and forth.
So maybe that's
And this
it.
is the byproduct of it. We're like, gosh, and he still
Anxiety
drives
beings
and
like
everything.
me, oh well.
No, and he just regular, maybe a water pill here and there, but he's not on medication or anything
That's a
like
God.
that. So,
That's a blessing.
yep, and still drives.
Wow.
Wow.
Still drives.
Well, tell us about your father and mother.
My father passed away in 22,
Okay.
and my mother died when I was 12.
Okay.
And so I've been in a whirlwind of meeting mothers like Dr. Henry, Dr.
yeah,
Hill,
yeah,
that
yeah.
just kind of embraced me and said, hey, I love you, and I wanted you to be
Yeah.
my son, my play son, or whatever.
Even if you're not the same color.
That doesn't
Yeah.
matter. I
Yeah,
met a lot.
I
of
was Dr. Hill's son. I don't care what anybody says.
She didn't see color.
And she treated me that way.
She did.
And other people looked at it like, oh, he doesn't know. We were that way. I don't care what
Yeah,
anybody else
she
said.
did. She had
She-
major love for you.
Yeah.
She would call me just to do her social media.
Yeah.
Like, who does
remember
that,
that.
man?
I
Like,
remember
unless she
that.
loves you.
And she wanted you to teach.
Yeah.
I called her out to do the coin flip at my radio semi-pro team, and she came out, did the coin flip, and it was pouring down, raining. I'm thinking, you need to leave.
And
She
she's not.
sat in the stadium through the whole game in the
They
pouring
are
rain.
just-
With a thing, I'm like,
That is
Yeah,
so.
yeah.
That is typical Dr. Hill right
Yeah,
there.
Yeah,
and
I'm like,
shout
wow.
out to, we know that Breast Cancer Month,
yes,
and
yes.
that was her
Yes,
journey.
sure
I don't
was.
say it was a battle because she never let it get.
no, because you never know.
never.
Well, I have a challenge. Dr. Hill used to clean the Martin Luther King statue every year.
Yeah.
Are we gonna work that out?
So there is a group, and you know, I won't name it because I'm not sure, but I know that they were tasked with ensuring putting money together and ensure that that happens, because it is a tragedy that you go up there and you'll look and it's the birds
Yeah,
love
they
him.
gotta take a poop too.
But you know, what I did learn over in Paris is that it is just a thing. The birds are vicious on the statues because you see so
100%.
many statues there.
Yeah, especially
I'm like,
dark
my
ones.
goodness. But she did. That was tasked to a group.
But she would do it before his birthday. So
Yeah,
it was
yeah.
it was
And they were
a
tasked
reason.
to do
Yeah.
it. They were tasked to do it, and they had some funding at once upon a time, and then. You know, it kind of disseminated, and a lot of it has to do with as people age or go away, you know, they forget, like, okay, now you need to pick this up, you know, kind of like what we're doing.
No, there's usually no one to pick it up now. People don't want to.
We
That's
just bringing the kids,
We got-
bringing
yeah.
young people.
And
That's
clean
why
it
That's
up.
a
I'm
better.
bringing this
Let's
up because
bring some young people.
Because it just reminded
Yeah.
me, like, she
Clean
would.
it down.
I remember
Yeah.
when she first told me that, like I was
Yeah, she
asking
did.
her,
She
like she
would.
said, oh, the statue's gonna get cleaned.
Yeah.
And I'm like, how do you know? How do you know
Because she
that?
was,
That-
it was her and a few others just like her that
Right.
ensured that was happening to the statue. And
Wow.
of course, we know we had the hand issue, and
Right.
you know, and then they caged it, and that just wasn't a good look.
Yeah, we got that cage off. I
That
fought
wasn't-
that from the very
Yeah,
beginning.
that wasn't a good look at
Yeah.
all. If we gotta do that, you know,
We gotta
caging
put him in a
is-
cage. There's
that
something
just
wrong.
didn't look right. Yeah, they caged because
So-
they kept stealing. The hand was off, and then they were
Right.
just doing some different things to it.
Yeah, they broke
But
the hand.
caging is not the solution.
Yeah,
So
like-
that segues into the next thing I want to bring up really quick before we end up today. On October 18th, and I know you have IE Live, and I know we have Magical Music of Motown, there is a huge citywide cleanup, and you guys
Yeah, I
are
heard about
talking
that.
about cleaning the statue and some different things. I just want to bring that up. The Downtown Neighborhood Association is initiating it. If you can show up on the corner of Court Street down in that area on Court and E in the square at 8:30, they're doing a big meet and prayer. And then at 9 o'clock in the respective areas, I know Rosa Maria's on Sierra Way is one of the meeting places at 9 o'clock. So if you need information, if you need information on all of that, we'll go ahead and put it back out on I Love San Bernardino.
You're making me hungry.
Sorry.
'Cause he's
So,
a Rosa
so
Maria. Oh my gosh.
hopefully you guys, the 18th is the day to
the
be
day.
around and in
Yeah.
town, you know,
Yeah.
from IE Live to the citywide cleanup to
Yep.
Magical Music of Motown. You
Yeah.
can see Dr. Rogers dress up that night and
No pressure, Tanya.
and so with that, I think I've given
Are you
out
gonna
everything I
glitter?
have.
I'm
Are you
gonna
gonna
glitter.
sparkle?
I have
Yeah.
to sparkle. I have to sparkle. Yeah. But I like that. What did you
Are
say?
you gonna
You did
sparkle?
like Mr. Red around in town.
I don't know. I don't think
Look
I
at
will.
this.
Last year, I left
Because he was, he was
It's
like, he didn't.
no.
But we want you to make sure you have your transitional clothes this time. You don't have to. I'm gonna have go-go boots on.
I'll
If that
work on
tells
it.
you anything.
I'll work.
Oh,
I want to make sure you guys know it's free. Live.
Yes.
Come out. Everything's free. And enjoy yourself. The haunted house is free. Pumpkin's free.
And there's always
face-
lots of vendors. Lots
Yeah,
of
vendors. Vendors are
Food.
still needed if they want to come. Face painting, pumpkin
You name
carving.
it, it's there.
It's just a lot going on. A money grab machine that you can
Yeah.
have fun. Kids have fun in. It's just a great day.
What money grab machine? You didn't
Oh,
have to say that twice.
It's the
What are you
vicious
talking
money
about?
grab machine.
The ones that blow money already?
Yes,
yes.
You put some fake ones in
No,
there? Is it
it's
real?
all real.
It's real money.
It's all real.
It's real money.
Wait a second. Wait a second. Well, how do I get in line? Like, is there? Can I get in line?
It's for the babies.
No.
we got Robert.
Remember the children. Remember the children. The children.
Yeah, but yeah, there's a height limit, and then you probably wouldn't make it. Yeah.
You're short. You're not that short.
I'm sorry,
We're,
Eric.
oh my gosh,
dude.
we're almost there. Well, we just want to make sure everybody knows. I like Tanya. Tanya did a Mr. Ratton over here. She said around in town, and then I wanted to say because Motown is coming to town.
Yeah.
October the 18th is a day.
I want a taste.
Yeah, from the morning to the night.
Yeah, it's
should
gonna be fun.
Should be fun.
San Bernardino, we're doing this for the
Yeah,
love that we
that's the
have.
important part. San Bernardino. It's
Bernardino,
about
we have
bringing out,
things
yeah.
happening
And we
here.
got Route 66 coming up.
Coming
here,
up.
Right?
Coming
Next-
up.
This
Next
weekend?
weekend.
Next weekend.
Yeah.
It
There's a
conflicts
lot
with the
going on.
pickleball tournament.
October is a
The other thing I want to say really quick is Alfredo's just changed hands.
Yes.
Oh, really?
And
Yes, and listen to
the,
this.
the new owner this year really stepped up. I went and sat and met with him, and he is supporting the food for the
Musicians,
group,
yeah.
the musicians, wholeheartedly. And so I want to say thank you. So go visit the new owner of Alfredo's.
Thank you, Alfredo.
Let him know
Wow.
how much you love him and that
Thank
you
you.
heard it.
That's awesome. That's
Yeah.
I mean, I knew the old owner,
Me
but
too.
I
me
felt
too.
like
The
they
new
were falling
one.
out a
No,
little
the
bit.
new one stepped in, and those
Yeah.
musicians
Yeah.
have to eat to perform, and they stepped up and said they're going to do it. So
Well, that's-
shout out to
I worked at
Alfredo.
two guys. I know the whole story. So
Yeah.
they were the original
Brothers,
team.
yeah.
They were
Yeah.
trying, and then they. So
Yep, you're right.
basically, I was doing delivery of cheese back and forth to those people
Really?
where they're fighting over who had the best
Yeah.
lasagna.
Yeah.
But they wouldn't. They had to make their lasagna with that cheese,
Right.
but they wouldn't let it the other way, right?
Yeah.
So they
But
were.
the bread
yeah.
was always.
Oh, and the bread for Alfredo's,
that's
it's the same.
It's
5 pounds.
I
every
give it
day.
up for the bread.
Go see Alfredo's on Baseline.
All right, we'll go visit them and we'll give them some
Yeah.
support. All right,
Yeah.
this is Robert Porter missing Ipiani Locker with the I
Yes,
Love
we
San
miss
Bernardino
you.
County Radio Show, and make sure you go on the 18th to the IE Live Market and
Magical
taste the
Music of Motown at San Bernardino
It's
Valley
free.
College.
It's all
Be
free.
there, and
Be
we
there.
thank you, Tanya.
Out of here.
I'm a man who loves the. I'm a man who deals guitars. Sell your soul, son, and you'll go far. I'm a blues loving man. From your soul into my hands. Music makes you wanna dance. I'm a blues loving man. Loving man now. Oh, 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 oh. Yeah, 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 yeah. Oh, 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 oh. Yeah, 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 yeah. Oh, 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 oh,
NBC News on KCAA Loma Linda, sponsored by Teamsters Local 1932, protecting the future of working families. Teamsters1932.org.
NBC News Radio, I'm Jim Root. The government remains shut down. Competing funding bills fail again in the Senate. NBC's Melanie Zanona reports the Democrats don't trust that the Republicans want to simply reopen the government, then negotiate things like health care later.
They want to have some sort of forcing mechanism. That's why they're trying to tie this issue of government funding to the Affordable Care Act debate.
The Trump-appointed judge blocking the president's deployment of federal troops to Oregon is being criticized by the White House. Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt says the judge's opinion is untethered in reality and in the law. The top cop in Chicago is defending his officers assisting ICE agents over the weekend. There were a handful of violent skirmishes between federal agents and anti-ICE protesters in Chicago that involved Chicago PD officers. Chicago Police Superintendent Larry Snelling says that while his officers are not involved in immigration enforcement, they will always protect federal officers. Jim Roop, NBC News Radio.
It's time to vote. County of Riverside Registrar of Voters asks you to make a plan and vote early in the November 4th statewide special election. For information on the 3 easy ways to vote, visit voteinfo.net. Your voice, every vote, our future.
Hi folks, it's Milan Vukovic from the Tahibo Tea Club. We just received our first shipment since the new tariffs, and because our tea is harvested deep in the Brazilian rainforest, we had to pay a 50% import tariff just to release it. Once we run out of our current inventory, prices will go up. Right now, you can still stock up at today's pre-tariff prices by calling us at 818-610-8088. 1 pound of original Pure Pau d'Arco Tahibo tea is $49.95, or take advantage of our multi-pack discounts such as buy 3 pounds, get 1 free. That's a 4-pack discount of 25% for $149.95, or buy 5 pounds, get 3 free. That's an 8-pack discount to 38% for $249.95. Stock up now. Call us at 818-610-8088 or visit TahiboTeaClub.com. That's 818-610-8088.
It's a bird!
It's a plane!
No, it's Super Roth!
Okay, a gimmicky opening for a commercial about Super Roth Universal Life Insurance, but I'm sure it got your attention. Now, what is a Super Roth, you ask? It's a permanent index